Oh, I just noticed I didn't pull up my reference picture. Kind of important. Okay. We're going to start with a dark blue or maybe a light blue. Look how big this painting is. Gotta be. Can't even get the whole thing in frame yet. I'm going to have to readjust my whole setup before I start next time. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because that's not what I'm doing today. But I did want to do a little longer than an hour stream, so I'm going to be doing vertical strokes here, so unfortunately I got to go sideways already. Start, huh? See what happens. It's one of my favorite parts of painting is just the start of the next one because it feels like you get a lot done way quicker. This tray really doesn't like these big brushes. Tray that I'm using. Scared of it. Although don't let that happen. There's some differences between this paper and the other one as well. This is quite a bit heavier paper, so I can add way more water to it before it starts warping and stuff. So I'm hoping because of that it'll make a better, deeper color. Load this thing up to get any loaded it up that time and it still wasn't much. I'm going to mix this paint tray up because it is giving me issues here. Funny thing is, the paint selection I have for the last painting will actually work with this one if I'm considering it correctly. happy little accident, right? Way darker. Jeez, even when I load it up. Red clouds that I marked out. Like there's a red cloud here, a red cloud here, a light red cloud here, and then some overcast red here. And I think the only way to do it is I'll have to do gray and then put red on top of it. That's the only way I'll be able to do it. Before I move down any farther, I'm just going to do a little bit around that star up there. I believe it's probably Venus, if I had to guess. Could be Mars. I'm not an astronomer. Bit too wet, then I can come back and do some more to it later, or right now. And then I think I want to end with just starting to shade in the mountains here. That'll go really far at kind of showing what I'm doing here. I think. Big. This won't be their final color either. It's just kind of, I'm blocking it in, you know. Thought I would run into the problem that this brush doesn't get enough paint. It's funny. I should get it wet first here. I'm also kind of learning how this paper reacts to different stuff. Technically, these mountains should be mostly uniform. So I'm gonna have to go over them a couple times, I think, just to get the right consistency, because I don't think doing that wash thing I just did will work. I was hoping it would. It's worked on other paintings, but for some reason, the paper I've been using lately really wants to grab onto the paint itself. You're seeing in the foreground, it kind of looks like mountains. In front of the mountains, that's the hill line of the town. Just the regular old cityscape. So this is a picture taken one morning at Lake Hood, Alaska, looking east towards the mountains. And we'll get a nice view of all the mountains that look over Anchorage here. This is one of those times where I wish I wasn't streaming, because I would flip the painting up on its side almost, and then get it really wet with water and chase the bead of paint down with the brush. And that way I would get a nice uniform color on the mountains here, but that's fine. I don't mind putting a little more effort in. This painting's gonna be massive. I do appreciate the challenge, though. I try and... Oh, that's... reminds me, I forgot to do something on the other painting. Shoot. Oh well, that's fine. It's just doing a little raising with a X-Acto knife that I was gonna do. I can do that off camera, it's not a big deal. So I've done paintings with a similar kind of stylistic theme, but it was usually like in a plane's cockpit or you know, something like that, where this is going to be a night shot without any sort of help from a vehicle or something. I don't know. I hope it turns out well. I'm pretty sure it will. I haven't really been disappointed by painting I've done yet, so I should be confident, right? Just a quick little once over, and we'll take a look at what we got. It's really quick. I'm only barely even 20 minutes in. See what I've done. If you can even see the whole thing. Wow. This is such a big painting. Talk about how piano songs are rare on this. Piano sax combo is practically unheard of on this channel. Kind of a nice change of pace. It's not something I've minded before, but not something I've sought out either. Picture that I don't really like is that the mountains are just small enough that you can't tell which mountain's which, because if it was a little closer I could actually tell which mountains are where. I know that, let's see, so this mountain right here is this mountain right here, and then this mountain is flat top, but you can't really tell. I mean, you can't tell, which is too bad, because there's like a couple of my favorite mountains. It's those two mountains and then Susitna. Those are my favorites. trying to figure out what's where in this painting because it's just so big. And I think I'm going to need to choose a different red than what I was using the previous because that crimson, it's either going to be too much or too little, I think. So that'll have to change. I think I might want to go in with a pencil over the tree again to make it the lead a little darker. That way I can wash over it without being scared that I'm just going to lose all my references. Let's see. Can I can bring the dark blue down to about here, I think. No, I can bring it down farther than that. I can bring it down to here. So, I know I haven't done a lot. Oh, I just spilled water on my painting. Luckily, there's no paint there yet, so it's like nothing ever happened. Getting too reckless with it. Alright, so I've got some stuff to do. So unfortunately I have to end it there. I know it's a short stream, but just a second. Oh, I gotta stand up. It's so big that I have to stand up. Sheesh. So, now that I've got a good start on it, the next time I come back, which will probably be Monday. I think the weekend's pretty full. I do want to play couple games, see if I can squeeze it in. But then when I get back on Monday, this whole thing here, and then maybe the red on the tree and the red on the clouds will get started, but it'll change very quickly on Monday. And I mean, it's already changing quite a bit, but that's what you get for starting a new one. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. If you did, Phil and Eep, I appreciate the follow, Eep, and appreciate you guys hanging out when you did. And yeah, I finished a painting and started a new one, so pretty productive for what, hour and a half. All right, I'm gonna leave it there, and I will hopefully see you guys either over the weekend or Monday. Have a good evening.